Hello, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is January. I got to close the door so won't wake everybody up. It's late. Yeah, I live in a shelter. I have my own quarter. As you see, it's nothing here. Anyway, it is January 7th. Yeah, I have a doctor appointment today. Had one yesterday. Sorry. And I'm going to continue taking the liberty to through the state under the bus. Why? Because it is obvious, and that's why no one is doing anything. They are not responding. They are not calling me and telling me that we're concerned about your posting on Facebook or on my website. Okay, I went and I exercised my right. No, not my right. My the non-profit, our organization, you know, to start doing what they've been calling people out and getting millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, in our names, and continue to commit the crimes. And again, I keep repeating the same thing. Is like when you watch CNN or Fox News, you have a 5 minutes piece of news that they repeat it 24 hours. Right? It doesn't matter what it is. If Putin, with his little planes and, going there and making shit, we keep saying, oh, they're undefeated and this and, it's going to destroy everyone. And yeah, they're very powerful, civilized folk. On top of the food chain is the international Zionist terrorist organization. And the mayor is Mr. Villain himself. I'm sorry. Now, it is done in a smaller scale within the counties and in the state, then the federal government. I mean, the federal, all the states, 50 states, and then North America, then South America, Latin America, Central America, and then we'll go a little east across the Atlantic, and then Northern Europe, Scandinavia, and then Europe, and then Southern Europe. And we'll move a little further east, and we'll go to Eastern Europe, and up in the north, Russia. And then we'll go a little further east, and we'll find Iran, Turkey, Afghanistan, then India, the Philippines, Japan, China, Korea, and all of these nice folk, the civilized, the civilized development, the advance. Anyway, so the same crimes are committed everywhere. Doesn't matter where you go, it is similar. Now, the packaging, as I said before, is a little different. Here they are very good in brainwash and, you know. And the thing is that they are so full of themselves that they don't think, they believe that they are superior and not to be confronted or questioned. That bad. All right. Department of Mental Health, I did one last night or this morning. And then I listen to the Quran all, every time I have a chance. And my question to everyone, do you really let your mind work not with full capacity? If you leave everything aside and just to open your heart and allow that mercy to come upon you, you will experience the sweetness of Iman. Okay? Halawat al-Iman. So again, it's not please, please, just open your heart and to listen. If you don't want to read, I don't like to read. But I've been like this since I was a little boy. Most of my, I absorb auditory. I absorb. Now, just audio in any language and leave everything, just clear your mind and let your heart judge, and you will not regret doing that, inshallah. Now, for the villains, the criminals, that I think that they have the liberty and the right to commit every crime and get away with it, and so even arrogance, because arrogance is noble. Ignorant, two-bit. You are not gonna get away with it. I'm not. Now, let's talk about money. Economics 101. Okay. Let's stage a fire or a drug deal went sour, or a terrorist like the one just happened a couple of weeks ago in the state where I was staying at, a couple of years ago. Or Paris, the one a year ago and the one a couple of months ago. Or, better example yet is 9/11 in the 21st 21st century. That was the perfect example. In the turn of the 21st century, the beginning, 2001, uh, they repeated Pearl Harbor. Okay. Then we will be forced to amend the constitution of this country or any other country, the parliament or what have you, or the referendum, or all these terms, the fancy ones, and allocate a lot of dineros, flus, masari, to that certain law enforcement or programs, or but it doesn't matter what it is. They all similar, just funds, and have this huge spending. Few weeks before that last terrorist attack on environmental agencies, state environmental, I don't know, yeah, the state environmental agencies. What I was saying, a few weeks before that, I noticed that there is a lot of county trucks, county beautiful, brand new, brand spanking new vans, trucks, cars, everything, everywhere. Now, I go see the service that the county provide. It's nothing. Streets have potholes and mud, no lights, the sewage, I mean, furniture here and people, homeless. It's unbelievable. It's a lot worse. I seen camps in the Middle East. And some places here, the majority of people live in every county, but there is some counties are more, the number is a lot more than others. But still, the condition is a lot worse than refugee camps, namely in the Middle East. Okay. Now, the money keep going, and this cartel, these thieves, those criminals, they go in there and keep getting the money and embezzle it. And it's obvious. It's nothing hidden. Governor Snyder, Michigan, Clinton, Michigan, that he was poisoning children. And everybody knew for a year and a half. Because Clinton County or city, Michigan, it's a low income people, poverty, minority live there. So who cares? Refugees, American refugees. It's not only that they live in this condition, but they poison their children. Because of budget, because the corrupted politicians and corporate America are just, they don't have enough yachts and, you know. palaces and vacation homes and helicopter and jet to take them from, private jets. And you don't have enough money to buy their Skittles and their caviar, and you can have champagne dreams and and caviar wishes. What's wrong with us? Now, this is done in every scale, every scale. So I go to the religious places. I'm not gonna say what religion. And the same thing is happening. It's very much like the politicians, but in with pennies now, crumbs, crumbs that these folk through they take and they start, you know, and everyone after the mighty dollar, and the government knows very well, and they find funding these scumbags. It's not good. That's not good. And we go to town hall meetings and dinner at whatever society, and at masjid or Islamic center or whatever, and there is officials from the government are coming, the mayor and the police chief and city council and board supervisors and so on and so forth. Even Mr. Obama was here a couple of weeks ago. Was there. I'm not saying anything about Mr. Obama, you know. I'm talking about. But anyway, we don't know who is who now. I'm so confused that I don't remember my name. And then they said who did what and when. Really? You don't know? They don't. Who did what and when? Okay. Now, let's talk about other subject here real quick. I'm not gonna stay there for long. This is about money. Let's talk about guns and gun control laws. You see, minorities are shot, beat up, tased, everything done to them. And then they said, well, we got to remove the guns from the criminals. Now, the definition of criminals, it has to be defined. We have to define it, and we have to look at it and dissect it. Okay. Like the terrorist. Rogue states that they are not supposed to have a nuclear. وأعدوا لهم ما استطعتم من قوة ومن رباط الخيل ترهبون به عدو الله وعدوكم وأعدوا. You going taking military, you taking tanks, you taking jets, you taking satellite guided bombs. shock and all, all of this to the cities, committing crimes against everything, not only human beings, everything. And you don't want these people to just throw a rock. The Intifada, they are terrorists. The children are throwing rocks at these people with all the... What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And we are indoctrinating that we are protecting this. Wallahi, we are. Once some happen anywhere, and the casualties are non-Muslim, non-brown, non-black, even the imams, the homegrown imams, they lose their mind. Oh, that's not Islam. They lose their mind on that member when they delivering the sermon, the khutbah. They lose their minds, like someone really attack their own children or their own. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us? And when the children are slaughtered every second, and the ones that they are able to stand up and defend or do some anything, drone thrown at them. A rocket, whole rocket, cost maybe $500,000 for one person. لا حول ولا قوة. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. And we going into these meetings and we apologizing. Oh no, that's not us. That's not our deen. Really? Where are you learning that from? Where are you learning that from? From the CIA or the FBI? You're getting this khutbah written and delivered by one of these, by the United States government, everywhere. And we fight each other. Oh, the Shia, how come the Saudi Arabia, they executed that Shia guy? How come Saudis do this? How come the Egyptians do? What's wrong with you? And I'm not promoting, fellas. I am 61 years old. I shot a couple of guns, and I was a cop. I have a revolver. And I know how to AK-47, but the one, what they call it, Bursaid madfa. Lee and Welt, the one that they used in First World War. I shot this one too. Anyway, it's not the gun. It's the aqidah. La ilaha illallah. Muhammadun Rasulullah. So let's think and do the right thing. We don't own our destiny. We don't own our lives. We don't own our, we are created for one purpose. إعلاء كلمة الله سبحانه وتعالى. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. That's it. That's it. And when you see all of these crimes taking place, and you participate, or you're being complacent because you want to get your green card, or you want to get your car, or you want to get your liquor store, or you want to get your drug dealing. It doesn't matter what it is. You are a lot worse than anyone else because you choose, you have the knowledge, and you have the Quran and the Sunnah Rasul alayhi salam, and you choose the life, you choose the dunya. You choose the dunya. So again, ittaqillah. Let's all do that. Let's do for that day when we gonna go 6 feet under. Just to remember that. Remember. That's it. Now, seriously, I'm not sweating now. I'm taking my Skittles. I got my prescriptions. Let me show you how many prescription I get, and how many. I'm not gonna read them because it's MPA, NBI, non-public information. I remember that when they first came with this, so they can cut everybody out of their livelihood. So we're concerned about your privacy. We're concerned about my Muhammad Shaban privacy. That the last four, I'm putting this on my website, 9191. Do you want to be Muhammad Shaban with last four of his social 9191? Think twice. Think twice, fellas. I think they took all my documentation from my storage and my children, and now all over. There's a couple of us in San Francisco. There's a couple of us in back east somewhere. In fact, I got a call a long time ago, 2009. Yes, and he said, I said, stop harassing me, man. Don't ever call me again, you punks. Anyway, here's the see, 1, 2, 3 in this one, 3 in this one here, 2 in this one. This is mental, and 2 in this one. 1, 2, and 3 in this one. That's 5, and 2 in this one. 7 and 5 is 12. 12 different meds for now. A lot of Skittles. Thank you, fellas. I get a lot of Skittles. I'm a happy guy now. Okay. Now, I wanted the right thinking individuals at Hard Federal Building, Orange County, Ronald Reagan Building, Santa Ana and 4th, I think. Everybody knows that building, where the Department of Injustice is. Mr. Ray Brower, the director of this office, Can we help us? All I wanted to do, I just wanted to sign up for the 501c3 so I can go and help us. They got few millions each county. LA County got what? No, that's for other programs, but we got few millions each county just to have 400 beds for vets, temporary, and then put them back in the streets. And then next couple of years, well, we need more funding for the homeless. It's getting really bad here. So can we do? I just want to build apartment complexes, like Archstone and Western National and all that, and have tax write-off, the real tax write-off, and HUD housing. And they said, oh yeah, you can get it for $1, for $1. If you're a nonprofit, just bring in your documentation with you, article of corporation in the 501c3, and sign up, and that's it. Okay, so I went there, and everybody wanted to try to shoot me. Come on, guys. Now, medical transportation, you're supposed to give us $24,000 check so I can go to the Ford dealer or the Toyota dealer or whatever and get my transportation, and my daughter or somebody that I trust can drive me to and from the doctor or the hospital or what have you. This is what it is. Now you give it to the HMO, and the HMO dice and slice and dice and push you to the curb and lie and cheat and connive and everything else, and the state is okay with that. $250,000 up to. Now if the patient, having some other, we put them in different accounts to maximize the profit and tests and all that. Yeah, we know the story, guys. Come on. They don't like midi. Because the first midi is Uncle Sam or Big Brother, and the second midi is the state. And the state doesn't want to do the midi. Okay, so I am gonna continue to do that. And you see what what this clown don't understand. La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. And nobody in control, fellas. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestow mercy upon humanity, and I will get back with you soon.